Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and we'll get started in a moment. Just a few quick things before we get to the cards though. Number one, if you guys want to see more from me, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons. It really does boost my confidence that you guys like what you're seeing in these videos. Lets me know you want to see more. And I'm really excited to make these videos every week. So thank you for not only watching, but thank you for your consideration for that. Number two, I have included a list of the decks I'm using as well as a list of my social media contacts. If you want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube, you totally can. I welcome feedback, questions, comments, concerns, anything you might want to share with me. Please make sure you feel safe in doing so, but I am happy to have a conversation with you about anything you would like to ask. So let me know. Also, I am available for private readings. If you guys are interested in having a one-on-one card reading with me, I am available for that. There is a link to my tip jar, and I will put a QR code somewhere on the frame if you guys want to get in touch with me for that. Let me know. It's optional. Please know it's optional. It's not an obligation. If you don't feel safe to do that, please don't force yourself, and please don't worry if you can't do that right now either. I'm here and I'm making a video for you this week, so here we go. Okay, I think that's it for housekeeping things. So let's get into the cards. If you are new, hi, hello. My name is Meg, and I do card readings for you every week. I am going to start with some oracle cards, then we'll move into our tarot cards, and we'll hopefully get a complete picture of what's going on. For those of you who aren't new here and who have been watching my current videos, I will not have a focus discussion for this video, and I won't have one for you next week. I need a bit of a break from putting those together. The last couple of videos have been kind of long because of me rambling on without actually getting to the cards. So I figure a break might be called for. But on that note, oracles, tarot, I'm going to get into it. Let's get a complete picture of what's going on. There is a bonus reading as well. So let's see what we need to see from that. Also, one final thing, a few of the decks that I'm using do depict nudity within the artwork, and I will do my best to censor them as per the YouTube community guidelines. So just a heads up on that. Okay. All right, to the cards. Finally, let's see what we need to see here. So starting with our oracle, okay, we're going to see the happy family. Okay, that is the happy family. Okay, happy family. Okay. All right, we're going to see opening to love, which says my heart is open. Okay, my heart is open. Okay, so opening to love. We have Sisters of the Seasons, which says cycles of growth and natural law and divine order. Okay, so there's Sisters of the Seasons. Okay, the Sisters of the Seasons. All right. And we have 777, which says 7 blessings of the 7th dimension heal my soul. Peace, potential, creativity, freedom, divine presence, healing, and truth. Okay. Okay. All right. immediately what I'm getting here is that there is a period of time where you have given yourself a chance to kind of open up and let your roots sink into the soil a little bit. Okay, I'm getting here because of the cycles of growth energy from the Sisters of the Seasons. Okay, now I'm in the States and we've just come out of winter. There are parts of my country where it's still under snow, it's still very cold, it's still um, kind of coming out of winter. But that's the season, that's the energy I've been feeling for a while. It's like the seasons have changed. Okay, it's definitely feeling it in my part of the world. I don't know if you can tell, but nasally. Allergies suck. Um, but things are starting to grow. Things have started to allow you to put your feet in the soil again. And this is a good thing because not only have you allowed this energy to happen, okay, it's happening from a place of loving creativity, okay, it's allowed you to build the foundation for your loved ones, for the people that you care about, okay, for the people that you really, really want in your space, okay. I'm getting, well, two things occur to me, or two things are occurring to me at once here. You have the number 17 on this one, so the number 17 could be important to you. Like, likewise, you have 4, and if you add the 1 and 7 together, you get 8. So the numbers 4 and 8 might be important to you as well. Okay, where if you follow numerology and things like that, look at the numbers 4 and 8 individually, 1 and 7, or the number 17. Okay. Again, how all of those numerology aspects are leaning into the creativity, the abundance, the happiness, and the foundation that you built for yourself and your loved ones. Okay, and I like that I'm bringing up the 7 here because we have the 7-7 card as well. So while I think this is a very cold, like, to me, this invokes the sensation of being cold. It's blue. Okay, in art theory, it's kind of a cool toned, cold sensation that I get by looking at this. So there could have been a time where you might have physically been cold. Okay, you might have been, like I said, parts of my country are still under snow and cold. So you could be in a very cold spot in the world. But this is a chance to let parts of your energy hibernate, and maybe this is a call for you to heal. Okay, call for you to work on healing, work on reflection, because something has asked you to not stay stagnant, but stay in a moment of stasis where you're just sort of, you're resting. Okay. All right. Some of you are, yeah, there's a split here. I think there's a split. Some of you are in a period of growth and readiness to put your roots back down. Okay. And some of you are still in a place of coldness and hibernation. You're not quite ready to let yourself bloom. That's okay. That's okay. This card does talk about 7 blessings, being in a place where you're in healing. Okay, that healing is getting you ready for your potential and your creativity and the abundance that is already yours. Okay. Okay. So that's I like that. I like that. The other thing that this happy family card evokes for me is the Ten of Cups. I'm not guaranteeing we're going to get that card, but if we do, let's keep that in mind, that this is all for stability and foundation, and having something under our feet that can be secure. Okay. Again, I hope that makes sense. Let's see what we need to, let's see what we need to see. Okay, excuse me. What do we need to see from our tarot? Okay, what do we need to see from our tarot? All right. All right, so to start here, okay, we're looking at the Six of Wands. Six of Wands. Okay. Oh, I love that. Six of Wands. Yeah, okay. Six of Wands. Trying to figure out if I actually said that correctly. We have Six of Wands. Okay, we have Two of Cups. Ooh. Two of Cups. Mm-hmm. All right, we have the Six of Wands, we have the Two of Cups, and we have Temperance. Okay. All right, we have Temperance. All right, you know what, though? You've been working really hard. You've been working really hard. And this effort is starting to have dividends for you, okay? Yeah, this effort has started to pay in dividends for you, okay? In the fact that people are seeing your efforts, and they're taking you potentially as the example for the ideal of success that they want for themselves. Okay? There's been a cheerleader in your corner. There's been someone that has looked at you and said, you know what? This person, this human over here, yeah, I see their effort. I want to do what they're doing because they're seeing some kind of payoff for their efforts. I'm going to celebrate that. I'm going to praise them for what they're doing. That's this energy over here. Okay? Whatever this task is, and remember, we have a lot about the foundations under your feet, the being in a place where you're ready to accept abundance. Okay? Either there's that, or there's this period of healing that you're allowing yourself to go through. It's been up to you to figure out what that oracle energy is for you. And if you're in the first category of ready to accept, then you've done a lot of work and you've met this energy with abundance. Yes, abundance, but a sense of balance, a sense of moderation. Okay, because you've likely realized that I can't do this by myself, but not only can I not do this by myself, I have to address the challenges that have come in front of me. You know, those are going to require patience and moderation and balance. I can't rush this process. There it is. We got there, right? How the Six of Wands energy is coming in, people are seeing that effort. It's like, yes, this is their goal. This is what they want to achieve. And they're working on it in a way that doesn't drain them. That isn't burning candles at both ends, right? This is, I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. Okay, this is exactly what this is exactly what the Temperance and the Six of Wands are saying. But that doesn't mean you haven't done it by yourself. Okay, you haven't done it by yourself. And I'm getting here with this Two of Cups. Now, ideally, this Two of Cups is the start of a young love. Okay, it's usually associated with romance, starting relationships, and things like that. I do think there is a relationship aspect. I don't really know, or I can't really say if it's a romantic relationship. I'm going to leave that to you guys to decide. But I do think there have been connections made that have given you the chance to blend and integrate what you know with what you're learning from this experience. Okay, you'll note that handshake. Note the handshake. There's a bond. There's a union of A and B. There's information that you're bringing into your energetic space, whether this is something you've sat in reflection of, or whether you've reached out to a person for guidance. Okay. Either way, now the other thing that occurs to me too is that this could be, with the Six of Wands, I talked about this cheerleader aspect, this praise that people are seeing you work hard and want to praise you for it. This person, if this is a person for you, this person could be that cheerleading force, being like, yeah, my person's doing that. I'm seeing my person do that, and I'm like, yeah, I want that. Let me brag on that. That's my person. That's my person, guys. Get it, right? It's that energy. It's that energy of really good, happy, immense praise coming through because your efforts are being seen. Okay? Your efforts are being seen, and those efforts, for your part, are being met with balance and moderation. Okay? All right. What else do we need to see, please? What else do we need to see? What else do we need to see? Okay, what else do we need to see? What else do we need to see? Okay. All right, we're going to start with the Tower. Oh boy. All right, we're starting with the Tower. Okay. Starting with the Tower. Okay, we're getting the Hermit. There's our Hermit. Okay, there's our Hermit. And we have the Three of Wands. Okay. All right. We have the Hermit, we have the Tower, we have the Three of Wands. I'm going to start with the Three of Wands here. Because part of this, as I said, with our Two of Cups, with our Six of Wands and Temperance here, specifically the Temperance card, there's been this sense of patience that you've had to put forward for yourself, with other people, especially during this time. Okay. The Three of Wands is exactly the card for patience, because normally I would tell people, if they asked for the definition of this card, that I would say that this period has required you to patiently plan your next steps. Okay. This task, whatever it is you've gone through to this point, okay, it's been a lot to handle. It's been a lot to handle. Because the Tower, you can see that the structure's fallen apart. It's on fire. You might have had to feel like you've had to take a leap without knowing where you're going to land. Okay, I said because this character right here is literally fallen headfirst. He could be falling into the fire, he could be falling to safety, whatever it is. The structure is not holding, and it's crumbling and it's falling apart, and you've had to leap. You've had to take a sudden leap. Okay? Scary. That is scary. Whatever this is, oh no. Oh my God, what just happened? My structure, the thing that I thought was secure is not secure, and it's fallen apart. Okay? Here's the deal. Okay? I always say that what's crumbling isn't for you. Okay? There's lessons in the rubble, there's things to be learned. You can try and rebuild with the rubble if you feel compelled to. Okay? But that's going to take it. If you do choose to try and rebuild this, no, it isn't going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. But it's for your benefit. Not trying to bypass the situation, because the situation's really hard, and I want you to acknowledge that. It's for your benefit because it's giving you time to really be with yourself. Okay? It's really giving you time to be with yourself, to decide, is this rubble really worth my time and effort to patch and try and put back together? Okay? Is it going to light my lamp, or is it going to burn it out? Okay? Is this issue that I'm facing is it going to pull me into that rubble, or is it going to allow me to climb the mountain and find my true north? Okay? I don't know. Where it respects the Six of Wands, basically where it respects the cards that we've gotten before, this thing happened. This Tower moment happened. You have the Hermit and the Three of Wands. So you've been asked to be patient. You've been asked to pause and self-reflect. I feel like this Tower moment is your dark night of the soul. Okay? And you've had to rest with that. Okay? People have seen you grapple with it and move around in that comfort zone, air quotes, because I don't know if this space has been particularly comfortable. But they've seen the work that you're doing, okay? And they're like, you know what? If they can go through the worst sort of hell and come out the other side, a whole different, possibly better, possibly healed person, said, because I don't know, that's for you to decide whether you are or not. Okay? That's what people are seeing. This is what people have watched you do. They've watched you do the hard work. Okay? They've watched you do the hard work. So, you know what? I want to see what's next. I feel like there's more to this message. And I think there's something else the cards have for us. So what else do we need to see? What else do we need to see? Okay. So, okay. We're going to start with the King of Coins in reverse. Okay? We got the King of Coins in reverse. Okay? King of Coins in reverse. We have the Devil. Okay, actually, we have the Devil. Sorry, let me try that again. Got the Devil. Okay, got the Devil. Okay, and we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, You have the Devil, you have the Knight of Cups, you have the King of Coins in reverse. There have been some issues, there have been some things that have held you back, have grossly held you back. And I'm getting here because the Devil, okay? There have been a lot of things that have held you back. And you've allowed those things to do so because you have this King of Coins in reverse. Now, oftentimes I will say that the King of Coins, especially if it's upright, the King of Coins is someone who knows who they are, they know their values, they know what they bring to the table, okay? But in the period of time leading up to this point with the Six of Wands, Two of Cups, and Temperance, you've lost sight you've lost sight of your personhood. You've lost sight of your personhood among all of the tower moments, the crumbling, the falling apart. You've let your self-perception, your self-worth kind of fall by the wayside because of this disaster, because of this thing that is causing you pain. Okay? This is why this is why it's an emotional time. It's a deeply emotional time, because I think this situation has really shattered your self-perception, how you see yourself, what you are worth, what you are worthy of. Okay? And you let those things really hurt you and really hold you back from going for those things, for the things that you want, right? There are things in front of you that you just want to reach out for, but you hold back because you don't know if you're really if you're really worthy of the things that you're being presented. Okay? That's sad. That's really sad. That's upsetting even to me, because I don't have the privilege of knowing you personally. Maybe there's a couple of you, and I do know there are a few friends of mine who watch my videos, so thank you for that. But either way, it's sad to see and sit with the fact that you don't see your goodness and your worth and your power. Okay? That's hard. That's really hard to rest with. And I want you to know that while this Knight of Cups is the kind of energy that wears their heart on their sleeve, it's also the kind of call to action to say, hey, actually, this is sucking really bad, this hurts really bad, but it's time to take a moment and be patient with myself and reflect on why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Okay? It's time for me to take the leap, to take a moment to reassess my self-perception here. So I can take this King of Coins, turn it upright so I can understand my values, my morals, what I stand for, and what I bring to the table. Okay, what do I bring in what unique energy do I bring to this table that we call life? Okay. Okay. What else do we need to see? So let's give it an up. Let's give it an upswing here. Give it an upswing. What do we need to see? Okay, what do we need to see? I'm looking at the pile of oracle cards that I hear, and I mentioned that there was a healing moment going on for a lot of you. I think that's the big energy that we're focusing in on. Okay, a lot of you have had your tower moments, and it feels like a lot of you have had them recently too, right? Not fun. I do think we just had the full moon, which can be a lot for some people. But yeah, again, there's some things that we need to heal from. All right. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. All right. Let's see what we need to see here. What else do we need to see? Okay. Got 5 of spikes. Okay, in this deck, that's the 5 of swords. Yeah, that's the 5 of swords. This one's a fairly new deck to me, and I've used it a bunch before, but I can't, because they're different titles from the traditional tarot. So bear with me. I will correct myself if I get it wrong here. Okay. We have the 5 of spikes, 5 of swords. We have the 7 of wands, 7 of scepters. Okay. There's our 7 of scepters. Okay. All right. And we have the 7 of spikes. Okay. All right. So again, remember the number 7. That could be a very important number for you. And certainly coming out again in our tarot. Okay. Part of your tower moment has come from this 5 of spikes energy, this 5 of swords energy. Okay, and remember, we have our towers. Something's falling apart. Something's not doing real great in terms of structure here. But I think, at least for some of you, that tower moment happened because you made a choice to sacrifice what you had in order to get what you wanted. Okay, whatever that was, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to make judgments or things like that. Okay, it's not my place. What I will say is that there's something lost to you that you deemed precious, and that's why your tower. That's why your tower energy. That's why this tower energy is here. Okay. There's certainly the sensation that you didn't necessarily. I don't think you necessarily worked to deceive people, like you weren't actively sabotaging anybody. So maybe you were engaging in a bit of self-sabotage. That's for you. Okay. The point here is that you made a choice, and I think this might have been a little bit on the slide. Okay, and things are falling apart. Things have fallen apart. There's rubble at your feet. The choice was made because you wanted to get something you felt you needed and it came at the expense of everything you had. Okay, it was a decision that was kind of made behind closed doors. You weren't necessarily saying things to people. You weren't necessarily doing things in a way that was helpful or healthy to you. In fact, such a tragic image here, but you may have actually had to step on people to get what you wanted. Okay, that's not particularly uplifting here. Okay, but you also have the 7 of Wands, which means that there was something that you had to do to protect yourself. This decision came from an act of self-preservation. Okay, I'm saying this because the 7 of Wands here, it's the epitome of standing on a hill and trying to fend off people trying to fire up at you. Okay, as painful as this is, okay, I don't know that it necessarily worked in your favor, which sucks, because this, whatever you were hoping to achieve, did not come to pass. Okay, that's not fun. That's so not fun. I'm so sorry to give information like that, because the vibes just got rancid. Ugh, no thanks. However, I do sense there's some energy underneath this, and I do know that we have some cards out here that will hopefully clarify everything. So, in knowing our main energy, in knowing what we have in our main energy, let's figure this out. We're doing some healing from a thing that did not work in our favor. What's underneath it? What's hidden from us? Okay, what do we need to see for our hidden energy? Hidden energy, let's go. Okay. All right. So we have the Nine of Swords. Ooh, we have the Nine of Swords. That's hard. All right, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. We have the Magician. Okay. We have the Magician. The Nine of Swords, we have the Magician. Okay. We have Justice in reverse. Okay. We have Justice in reverse. Okay. There's Justice in reverse. Oh. And we have the Four of Coins. Okay. What's hidden here? The thing that's hidden here is the fact that there's a lack of you acknowledging, not only acknowledging past behavior here, because this part of justice here is answering for yourself. Okay? What you seem to be refusing to answer for is the fact that you are capable. Okay? You're more capable than you give yourself credit for. Okay? You're way, way more equipped to face challenges and the things that life throws at you than you give yourself credit for. Okay? Okay? You don't want to do this because there have been instances in your past where you tried to do that. Okay, remember that we have the Seven of where is it? It's tucked in the other pile of cards. But you've had instances where you've tried to stand up for your right to stand in your place. Okay, you've tried very desperately to say, hey, actually don't sleep on me, I've got stuff to offer. But people haven't let you actually say that, actually do that. That has caused you so much pain that you decide to hide, that you decide to put yourself away so you don't get hurt like that again. Okay? People have told you you can't achieve that, you don't want to do that, it's too much, it's too risky, it's too hard, you're not up for it, blah, blah, blah. Okay? You put yourself away so that people don't see your true potential. Bestie, that's really sad. That's so sad because you have so much to offer. Okay? You have so much to offer. And here's the thing. Here's the deal, though. You don't see how valuable your energy is, okay? Because you do have a lot to offer. You know this. I think deep down something in your heart is saying, this is really uncomfortable. Not only am I holding on too tightly to what I already have, I've already lost so much in this tower moment. I have to hold on to what I have left. And I'm white knuckling this thing. I'm iron fisting it. I'm not letting this go for anything. But you need to, okay? Because there's so much anxiety and so much nervousness and pain and heartache. Okay? This is the thing, the one thing you could sleep. You could have a really good night's sleep. If not for this thing that is giving you anxiety. Okay? okay? You're, like I said, you're iron fisting what you have left out of this tower moment. Let me turn that up right. You're iron fisting what is left of this tower moment, okay? In fact, I want you to notice that little character is nervously looking at what he doesn't have. It's strung on its tail, okay? It's like, where's this thing? Oh my god, where's this thing? Where's this thing? Bestie, this thing is already in you. Again, let me turn it up right. This thing, your magic, your ability, your capability is so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. Okay? Just remember that. Remember that and you know, let yourself get to a place where you can actually stand in your power and answer for that power and be proud of your ability. Okay? Okay? That's a lot. That's a lot from our hidden energy, but let's see what our clarifying energy holds. Why are we seeing all of this? What's going on? What's going on with our tower? What's going on with our magician? Seven of Wands. What's up? Clarify this for me, please. All right? Clarify it. Oh, bestie. Oh, wait a minute. Did I not say, go back in the video. Tell me when I said we were going to get 10 of Cups. Tell me when I said that I couldn't guarantee we were getting 10 of Cups. Leave that in the comments, because look at what we just did. I love it when shit like this happens, you guys. Listen, 10 of Cups. We've got the 10 of Cups. Okay? Got the 10 of Cups. We have the 8 of Wands. We've got the 8 of Wands. Okay? Got the 8 of Wands. All right? We've got the 9 of Cups. Oh my god, I love this. Got the 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups, and we have the 10 of Coins. Okay. Okay. For all of your worries, for all of the nights you spent worrying and stressing and trying to do things that didn't work, for all of the pain, for all of the painful moments, you do have so many good, beautiful, wonderful things coming to you, coming for you. It's already here. All you have to do is give yourself permission to grasp it, take it from your dreams into this reality. Okay? It's there. It's there. It's already yours. The peace, the love, the happiness. Give me a second here. Okay. The peace, the love, the happiness, all of the good and beautiful, wonderful things that you have wanted for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones. Everything that you have hoped for is right here. It's right here. You can take care of your people, okay? You can be sure and affirmed in your home, in your hearth, in your happiness, in your peace, in your people. Look at that couple in front here. There's plenty, okay? There is plenty, okay? It's gonna take some work to get there, okay? It's gonna take some healing from past hurts to get there, okay? But you have more capability in you than, I'm gonna say it again, there's more in you than you give yourself credit for, okay? When you give yourself permission to believe that, I guarantee you are going to be impressed with how things come together, okay? Normally I would say there's a rapid forward movement. There's a lot of information coming to you at once here. I do think that's going to happen. Okay. You'll decide whether you're ready to experience that or not. Okay. Again, when you give yourself permission to experience it, there will be a lot of amazing things that happen for you. Okay. Listen to what I said here. I didn't say happen to you. I said happen for you. Okay. Pay attention. Okay. Pay attention. All right. You also have the Nine of Cups. Okay. You are in a place to receive this emotional overflow. You're safe. Okay. You're in a place of, believe it or not, you're in a place of emotional, spiritual, and possibly physical well-being. Okay. There's going to be a lot of overflow, a lot of emotional overflow with this Ten of Cups. Okay. But you need to give yourself permission to feel it. Okay. Okay. Wow. I love it when synchronicities like that happen. I think it affirms the reading, and I think that's a lovely bookend to get a card in our oracle that suggests that, plus an actual card from the tarot. So it's just me. Let's move on into our bonus reading. Oh, let me catch my breath for a minute. I hope this is helping. I hope this is helping at least one of you. If you feel safe to let me know in the comments, please do. And if you have another interpretation of the cards, I would love to hear it. You know where to put them. Okay. So let's see what we need to see in our bonus reading. Okay. Okay. We have the Temple Path. Okay, we have the Temple Path. Okay, at the Temple Path. Okay, we have Cultivating Prosperity, which says the abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Okay, don't know if you can read that, but that says the abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Okay, it's Cultivating Prosperity. We have the Diamond Dreamer, material wealth and true prosperity. Okay. Okay. There's the Diamond Dreamer. Okay. All right. And we have I surrender wholly and completely into profound renewal and multidimensional healing, trusting in the magnificent grace that guides my soul. Okay. So for this bonus reading, there's some of you that are experiencing a breath of fresh air. Okay, you're finally giving yourself a moment to kind of pause and rest and heal. I think some of you are possibly retreating to a safe space. I'm hearing maybe there's a space that you've set up for yourself that is just a liminal space for you. It's not necessarily and I'm getting two thoughts at once. One's that you're setting up a safe place for yourself. Another is that there's the sense of being kind of in between something here, which is why I said liminal space. Okay, liminal space. I think part of this is to do with the idea of you allowing yourself to just to rest and be in a period of sacred space. Okay, let's go with that. Some of you, okay, I'm conflating the thought with being, some of you are starting like a meditation practice. Let me know what you think about that. I'm not having an easy time getting my thoughts together on that. So if that makes sense to you, let me know. How is this working out for you? Well, it's allowed you to really reflect and get deep with your idea of prosperity and abundance. What does that mean to you? How is that looking for you? Okay. We have two cards that suggest, well, in this card specifically, it's a lot of growth. Some of you could literally be tending gardens, but a lot of you are able to, in a place of being able to really to grow and to be abundant again. Okay, I do think that this is kind of apropos because in my part of the world we're leaving winter and entering spring. Okay, in fact, we're closer to spring than we are winter at this point. So this is an interesting energy for you. I do think some of you are finally understanding what it means for you to be prosperous. Okay, so there is that's an interesting thing. There's our bonus oracle. What does our tarot have to say on the matter here? Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, we have the Sun. Perfect. We have the Sun. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Sun. Okay. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the World. Okay. Sun, the World. So there's definitely a new energy around some of you right now, and I love to see it because, like I said, at least in my part of the world, we're getting closer to spring than we are. We're getting closer to spring than we are to winter, and we're kind of, that's the liminal space. The changing seasons. Remember what I said remember what I said in the bonus oracle. There's that middle space that we're kind of just in. Okay, this is where everything's growing. Our seeds are growing. We're planted. We're rooted. We're starting to experience a springtime energy. Oh, ooh, I like that. Let me know what you think in the comments, besties. There's a lot of growth, a lot of happiness, a lot of change, but certainly a lot of warmth. This is certainly a very different energy than we've come from, where we've had to rest and pause and reflect and kind of be under an ice sheet, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But that ice is melting. We're starting to shoot to the sun here, okay? Because we're starting to get our energy back for this, okay? What's really beautiful about this, okay, is that we've allowed this period of time to shift our mindset about what's important to us, who we are as people, what we are doing for ourselves in terms of growing and definitely what it means to be prosperous and successful. Okay, and there's that. Okay, but the Six of Cups here is being in a place where we're joyful again. We're joyful again. We're happy. We're experiencing an influx of peace and love, and just being able to be present with the things that bring us joy. Okay. I think that makes sense. I'm gonna cut it off there before I start getting rambly and all over the place. Um, I hope this was helpful. This was a lot of information to get at once, so I hope that if you have any questions, comments, and concerns, you'll let me know in the comments. Get in touch with me if you are interested in a personal reading. Certainly happy to help you with that if you are. So let me know. Again, there's a QR code in the video for my tip jar if you'd like to see more. Please, yeah, please get in touch if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. That is it for this reading, guys. I am going to see you next week. But until then, stay safe, stay blessed. I will see you very soon. Bye, everybody.